Imagine a secret known only to a select few, the power of detachment, a journey that tests our most fundamental beliefs. Isn't it controversial? Most people believe that attachment equates with love and care, but today I'm going to reveal an unexpected truth. Detachment can lead to a more fulfilled and healthy life. Does that sound impossible? Then get ready for a surprising revelation. In this video, I'll take you down the less traveled paths of emotional and material detachment, revealing psychological practices and perspectives that appear contradictory but are critical for emotional health and personal growth. Are you prepared for a rapid and profound transformation? Don't pass up this unique opportunity to learn how to break free from invisible shackles and form stronger, healthier emotional bonds. Subscribe to Stoic Mind channel, turn on the notification bell, and leave your likes. Join us on this journey of personal discovery and emotional liberation. Let's take on this mystery together. The first step toward detachment is, paradoxically, a step back. Seeking a period of separation, not to create a void, but to gain clarity. Imagine yourself at a raucous party with loud music and lively conversations all around. In this situation, it can be difficult to hear a friend's whisper. Similarly, when we become overly attached to someone or something, our emotions can become heightened, just as the noise of a party can impair our mental clarity. Stepping back is like leaving that noisy environment for a more tranquil setting, a refuge where you can hear your own thoughts and reflect more clearly. Seneca, a philosopher with profound insights, emphasized the importance of returning to oneself. This return is about more than just physical distance. It is also mental and emotional. When emotions cloud our judgment, distancing ourselves allows us to observe them as if they were clouds gliding across the sky, recognizing that they are distinct from our essence. This detachment is not synonymous with indifference. It is a method of approaching the situation and our reactions objectively, as if we were analyzing the entire chessboard rather than just the piece we are holding. In modern times, it is not necessary to isolate oneself in a rural village, as the Stoics proposed. Sometimes it's enough to turn off your phone, go for a walk, or simply sit in silence in a room. The most important thing is to find a place where your thoughts and emotions are not suffocated by the constant noise of daily life. In these quiet moments, we discover that we can make decisions based on logical reasoning, deep reflection, and intrinsic wisdom rather than ephemeral emotional reactions. This step back is a powerful tool, allowing you to breathe freely and see beyond the fog of the present moment. The second step in the detachment process is to think rationally about the need for distance. The decision to distance oneself from someone is not impulsive, but rather the result of careful consideration, reflecting Stoicism's wisdom and virtue. Consider your life to be a maritime expedition, with the people you know representing winds and currents. Some of these contribute to a smooth sailing experience, while others may lead to turbulent waters. As the ship's commander, you must understand which winds to favor and which storms to avoid. This decision is not an escape, but rather a conscious choice to steer your life's trajectory in accordance with your values and personal well-being. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who rose from slavery to become a sage, emphasized the importance of associating with people who share our values. Analyzing your relationships as mirrors allows you to see what they are reflecting back to you: serenity, evolution, and understanding, or uncertainty, discomfort, and distress. Detachment is not an act of renunciation, but rather a conscious decision to preserve one's own integrity and morality. Stoicism does not advocate for cold logic, but rather for wisdom, which encourages us to consider what people bring to our lives, harmony or dissonance. When reflecting on this decision, remember Epictetus' words, "We are not disturbed by what happens, but by our thoughts about what happens." The decision to distance oneself is not solely about the person in question, but also about your perception of their influence on your life. They could be a thrilling chapter in your development, or a footnote that diverges from your path. Finally, choosing distance represents an effort to create a life story that you are proud of. It is a commitment to being true to yourself, your values, and your journey. Stoicism teaches us to value relationships that add value to our narrative while respectfully avoiding those that do not. It is not about creating a life in which every person and experience is carefully chosen, but about crafting a story that resonates with authenticity and significance. The third step in this journey of detachment is to engage in a conversation with someone you trust. In moments when life seems like a puzzle with mismatched pieces, it's time to draw inspiration from Stoic wisdom. The resilience of great thinkers also highlights the importance of connections, emphasizing that having someone trustworthy is like finding an anchor amidst the storm. This interaction goes beyond a simple outpouring. It brings clarity and new perspectives. It's like having a co-pilot on your life journey, someone who helps with orientation when your own sense of direction seems confused. Seneca, with his profound understanding of the human being, valued the wisdom that comes from sharing. He saw a friend as a mirror that reflects not only our appearance but our deepest truths. This interaction is more than just a reflection of ourselves. It's a means to understand our trajectory. By opening up to someone, we're not just sharing words, but inviting them into our inner universe, giving them a glimpse of our thoughts and feelings. This sharing creates a space of mutual understanding and support where not only condolences are exchanged, but also valuable insights. The choice of whom to trust should be carefully considered, favoring someone who represents the values we hold dear. This person becomes an echo of our ideas, helping us to navigate our thoughts and emotions. Their role is not to solve our problems. Often, just listening is a great support. Their presence reminds us that we are not isolated in this journey. In sharing your thoughts, you may discover little gems of wisdom in your interlocutor's words, sparks of truth that illuminate different perspectives. Stoicism teaches us that life's obstacles are faced with serenity and the support of a chosen community. Your confidant is a vital part of this community, reaffirming that strength often comes from unity. Detaching from someone or a situation does not mean renouncing everything that is human. In fact, it is these human relationships that provide the strength and vision needed to navigate the intricate tapestry of existence. In conversations with this trusted person, which transcend mere casual dialogues, you find true bridges to clarity and anchors to navigate the changing seas of life. The fourth step towards detachment involves establishing boundaries for our emotions. Being at the helm of a ship in the midst of a storm, where the emotional waves are strong and sometimes overwhelming, is analogous to the experience of having intense feelings dominate the emotional landscape. Stoic teaching is not about successfully avoiding these waves. Rather, it is about mastering the ability to navigate through them with skill and discernment. When we are able to do this, We are able to know when to let the waves carry us and when to take a firm grip on the ship's helm. Emotions are an inherent part of being human. However, if a clear boundary is not established, they have the potential to cause us to stray from our intended path. However, the skill lies in being able to experience these feelings without allowing them to completely consume us. Epictetus, who had a profound understanding of the human spirit, brings to our attention the fact that it is not the events themselves that have an effect on us, but rather how we interpret them. When it comes to delineating emotional boundaries, this understanding is essential. It is similar to having a caretaker in our minds who welcomes each visitor, our feelings, but does not permit them to take over our inner space. For instance, when we experience anger, we have the ability to recognize its presence and comprehend the rationale behind it, but we do not permit it to control our actions or emotions. In order to distinguish our feelings, we must engage in conversation with them, comprehend the function they serve, and guide them in such a way that they do not overpower our rationality. In actuality, establishing these boundaries may entail allowing oneself a period of time during which they can experience a particular feeling. We have the option of saying, "In this moment, I will allow myself to feel this frustration, but afterward, I will focus on solutions." When we do this, we are not denying the feelings. Rather, we are managing the influence that they have over us. A tightrope walker who is aware of the danger but continues to keep their attention on the rope is an example of someone who is able to maintain their balance. Taking this approach allows us to show respect for our feelings without taking them as hostages. We are able to feel and comprehend them, and then we are able to guide them toward a state of harmony and reasoning. This process is not about suppressing feelings. Rather, it is about dealing with them in a moderate and controlled manner. The fifth and crucial step in the process of detachment is to carefully evaluate the potential consequences of this separation. When we find ourselves at the crossroads of the path of detachment, it is vital to pause and examine each possible route. Stoicism does not encourage hasty decisions. On the contrary, it emphasizes the need for deep reflection. Imagine each path as a potential future, each turn leading to different outcomes. What awaits you on the trail of distancing? Will it be growth, serenity, and a more consolidated identity, or remorse and longing for what was left behind? This exercise in foresight is not about predicting the future with accuracy, but preparing with prudence. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who dealt with the burden of governing a vast empire, used reflection on the past to guide his future expectations, resonating with the Stoic approach of using past experiences as a compass for future decisions. Think about the times you distanced yourself and evaluate the outcomes. Did the distancing bring clarity and tranquility, or did it result in isolation and regret? Use these retrospections as a map, learning from past lessons to better navigate the future. Additionally, pondering the impact of your decision on others is essential. Stoicism guides us to balance our personal needs with the collective good. When detaching, question whether this action promotes your personal development and positively contributes to others' lives, or conversely, could cause harm or misunderstandings. This step goes beyond exclusive concern for self-interest. It's about aligning your well-being with the broader context in which we are embedded. It's similar to walking attentively in a garden, ensuring that your steps favor flourishing rather than harming the plants. Detachment, from a Stoic perspective, is an exercise in careful wisdom. A considered decision that takes into account not only the self, but also the complex network of relationships in which we are intertwined. The sixth step in the journey of detachment is to give yourself a break from social media. Imagine your mind as a placid lake. Now think of social networks as raindrops constantly disturbing that calm surface. Each update, notification, and comparison is a drop that disrupts the serenity of the lake. This philosophy, rooted in times long before the digital age, offers us timeless wisdom for dealing with such distractions. Seneca, reflecting on the fleetingness of life, might consider social media as a modern source of countless unnecessary distractions. Especially in the process of detachment, this step is about reclaiming our time and attention, intentionally choosing where to focus our valuable energy. In the realm of social media, our attention is the most coveted asset. By distancing ourselves from them, we are not just avoiding a digital deluge, but creating space for our minds to breathe and reflect. It's like closing the curtains to muffle the noise of a busy street, where the constant clamor persists but for a moment ceases to be our focus. You find yourself in a peaceful environment conducive to reflection and understanding. Taking a break from social media is not an escape but an act of self-care, a discernment of what strengthens us and what drains us. In this pause, notice the transformation in your mental state, a sense of calm presence, and heightened awareness of your own thoughts and emotions. This self-awareness is the essence of Stoicism, recognizing what is within our control and letting go of what is not. Understand that while we may not stop the rain, we can choose to seek shelter and appreciate the sound of the drops without getting wet. Interrupting the use of social media may feel like jumping off a speeding train, but it is in stillness that we find clarity. When temporarily stepping away from the digital world, remember the words of Seneca and use this time for enriching activities such as reading, walking, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that nourish your spirit. This break is a chance to reconnect with yourself, a moment to rediscover your essence in silence, away from the collective tumult. The seventh step in the journey of detachment is an invitation to deliberately focus on your most fundamental needs. As we progress on this path, it is vital to turn our attention to the core of our being. Here, we find the heart of Stoicism, the focus on what truly matters for our inner growth and well-being. This involves shedding the superfluous, the noise, and the trivialities to cultivate what truly nourishes the soul. Go beyond material needs, diving deeper into aspects such as emotional sustenance, moral integrity, and personal development. Visualize your life as a garden. What are the crucial elements for your flourishing? Just as sunlight and water are vital for plants, identify what is indispensable for your emotional and spiritual growth. Epicurus, who was born and thrived amidst adversity, deeply understood the importance of focusing on what is essential. His teachings encourage us to discern between the necessary and the superfluous. True wealth, according to Epicurus, does not lie in possessing many possessions, but in having few needs. Apply this philosophy to your emotional life, reflecting on what is necessary for you to feel fulfilled, stable, and at peace. Remember that often less is more. In a world filled with choices and distractions, finding contentment in simplicity and depth involves pondering what truly brings authentic happiness and peace. In practice, this may mean dedicating time to reflect on what brings you genuine joy, whether in solitude, meaningful conversations, engaging in a hobby, or other activities that nourish your spirit. Identifying these essential needs and prioritizing them is like packing for a journey, taking only what adds value to your experience. This intentional focus facilitates detachment from what is unnecessary, be it people or situations that are not in tune with your basic needs. By centering your life around these fundamental needs, you establish a solid foundation of stability and contentment. This is not a one-time exercise, but a continuous process, a constant return to what truly matters as you journey through life. Keep revisiting your fundamental needs, adapting and realigning them as you grow and transform. This focus is your compass, guiding you through the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Living intentionally and not just existing is at the heart of Stoicism. If you're enjoying it, don't forget to leave your comment to help boost engagement with our content. If you don't have anything to comment, simply say, "Gratitude is the key," and mention today's date. Let's keep going. The 8th step, the celebration of gratitude and the recognition of the present, represents a crucial turning point in our journey towards detachment. Here, we dive deep into the virtue of gratitude, which stands out as a central pillar in Stoicism. This stage involves a close and appreciative look at what we have right now, identifying the blessings and valuable lessons hidden in each of our experiences. The practice of gratitude goes beyond simply thanking for the joys of life. It also encompasses the ability to value the learning that arises from challenging moments. By cultivating a grateful spirit, we are capable of contemplating the world and our experiences from an entirely new perspective. Obstacles transform into steps that lead us to personal growth and the strengthening of our character. This paradigm shift leads us to shift our focus from deficiencies to a deep appreciation of the blessings within our reach. The constant practice of counting blessings, be it meaningful encounters, the contemplation of natural beauty, or moments of serenity and deep reflection, enhances our ability to live in the present with fullness and awareness, strengthening our emotional resilience. This practice can be compared to weaving a rich tapestry of experiences where each thread of gratitude adds color and texture to the great mosaic of our existence. This step invites us to celebrate life in its entirety, welcoming each experience as a valuable opportunity for learning and personal enrichment. Therefore, by incorporating gratitude into our journey of detachment, we open the doors to a deeper connection with the present moment and a profound understanding of the meaning of life. It is as if we are exploring an uncharted treasure where the wealth lies not only in the things we possess, but also in the lessons we extract from our experiences. So I invite you to embrace this 8th step with enthusiasm and curiosity, as it offers us the key to a fuller and more meaningful life. Step 9 emphasizes flexibility and a willingness to change. In this critical stage of the detachment journey, we are challenged to accept not only the impermanence of all things, but also the unpredictability of our surroundings. Life is a continuous series of events, some of which are beyond our control. However, we have control over our attitude in response to these events. In this context, mental flexibility is more than a passive response to change. It is an active mode of adaptation. It entails being willing to let go of our old beliefs and attachments when necessary, as well as facing the unknown with courage. It's like navigating a turbulent river, constantly changing course as the currents carry us. This does not imply abandoning our values and principles, but rather finding adaptable ways to apply them in various situations. The practice of flexibility also helps us develop emotional resilience. Accepting change as a normal part of life reduces the resistance and suffering that often accompany fighting the inevitable. Instead, we learn to adapt to our circumstances, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Furthermore, flexibility enables us to see the positive potential even in the most difficult circumstances. This does not imply ignoring suffering or denying difficulty, but rather identifying ways to learn from these experiences and grow as people. Finally, Step 9 encourages us to dance with life, accepting its changes and twists with grace and humility. It serves as a reminder that life is a never-ending journey of discovery, and that our ability to adapt and learn is what enables us to thrive in the face of uncertainty. As a result, by making flexibility a fundamental principle in our pursuit of detachment, we are preparing ourselves for a more fulfilling, meaningful, and resilient life. If you're enjoying this, don't miss out on the opportunity to purchase the ebook Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, and unlock your prosperity, abundance, and relationships. Link in the pinned comment. Step 10. Practice empathy and sharing. The 10th step of the detachment path focuses on cultivating empathy and practicing sharing, both of which are inspired by Stoic principles. We understand the value of deeply connecting with others and positively impacting their lives. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the emotions of others. This step teaches us to listen carefully, put ourselves in the shoes of others, and recognize their perspectives and emotions. This enables us to form more meaningful connections with those around us, resulting in relationships built on understanding and solidarity. Sharing, on the other hand, entails actively promoting the well-being of others. This can be accomplished in a variety of ways, ranging from providing emotional support to assisting with specific actions. Sharing not only improves the lives of others, but it also strengthens our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. In this step, it is critical to remember that detachment does not imply withdrawing from human relationships, but rather transforming them into more meaningful ones. Empathy and sharing serve as bridges, connecting us to others in a deep and authentic way. By practicing empathy and sharing, we help to create a more compassionate and supportive world, aligning our actions with Stoic virtue and kindness. This allows us to live a fulfilling life in which detachment does not make us indifferent, but rather makes us more aware and connected as human beings. Step 11. Nourish your mind and body. The 11th step on the detachment path is to focus on our mental and physical well-being. This step is critical for achieving emotional and physical balance as we navigate life's complexities. We begin by taking care of our minds through mindfulness and self-reflection. Mindfulness entails being in the present moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This helps us improve our mental clarity and reduce stress. Self-reflection, on the other hand, allows us to understand our thought and behavior patterns, identifying areas for growth and improvement. Furthermore, we make time to nourish the mind by reading, learning, and practicing creative skills. This enables us to broaden our knowledge, stimulate our creativity, and keep an agile and curious mind. When it comes to body care, we recognize the value of healthy eating, regular exercise, and adequate rest. The body is the vehicle through which we experience the world, and caring for it is essential to living a balanced life. This step reminds us that detachment is more than just letting go of worries and stress. it is also about investing in our physical and mental health. As we nourish our mind and body, we become better prepared to face life's challenges with resilience and serenity, aligning ourselves with Stoic virtue and wisdom principles. This step serves as a reminder that self-care is an important aspect of the detachment journey. When we embark on the path of detachment, whether from complications, people, or situations, the Stoic lessons provide us with a wealth of deep insights and practical guidance. This millennium-old philosophy encourages us to step back, carefully consider the reasons for our detachment, engage in enlightening dialogues, set boundaries for our emotional reactions, and consider the consequences of our decisions. Our actions are consistent with Stoic principles when we distance ourselves from constant external influences, such as those provided by social media, and focus on our basic needs. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us that detachment does not imply emotional insensitivity. On the contrary, it is a path to inner peace and resilience. As we navigate the complexities of human relationships and life's challenges, Stoic principles serve as a beacon of inspiration and guidance to a life rich in virtue, wisdom, and emotional strength. This philosophy not only prepares us to face life's challenges with greater calm, but it also enables us to cultivate deeper and more meaningful relationships with ourselves and others. Thus, Stoicism proves to be an invaluable guide on the path to a more conscious and balanced existence. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, and comment. Always show gratitude.